Hello everyone, this is Maki. The long-awaited news has finally been announced. A brand new promotional video for the second Hathaway's Flash film has been released. Along with it, the official release date for the film has been revealed. In Japan, it is set to premiere on 30 January 2026. Of course, the release schedule may vary depending on the country or region. But the fact that it will finally be released soon is wonderful news in itself. Production of this film was severely delayed due to the impact of the real-world pandemic, but it will finally be hitting cinemas soon. So, let's take a closer look at some of the intriguing elements shown in the promotional video. I'd like to focus on the opening narration and the lead Gundams. Before we dive into the main topic, I'd like to quickly share a small announcement. On my channel, I'm inviting support through memberships. For just 99 cents a month, you can get a name badge and commenting perks. Now then, let's begin the analysis. The state of the world is explained very concisely in the opening narration of the promotional video. A planet where humanity is ruled by the government privileged class. I think this is a clear and courageous way of presenting things. Hathaway's story deals with extremely complex themes. In a previous program, I explained Maki's goals, the current state of the Earth's Federation government, and the psychology of its people. This opening narration summarizes the situation very simply. Some fans who know the details might feel that it's slightly inaccurate. However, the narration is not wrong. The Earth's Federation government discriminates against others to protect its own privileges and carries out terrifying actions. This is what the second film will depict. We see the Gundam flying over a city engulfed in flames. This image illustrates the situation described in the opening narration. It is an image of an oppressive dictatorship and of the young people who rise up against such massive power. The film presents this framework in a straightforward way for entertainment purposes. Of course, some die-hard fans might argue that it's not such a simple story. However, I feel that this narration and imagery are very effective in drawing the interest of more people. Importantly, it's not a lie. If you consider one side of the story, the idea of a young man standing up to a dictatorship is absolutely true. Now, let's turn our attention to the Penelope. In the first film, it was shot down after taking a direct hit from the Gundam's attack. However, thanks to an incredible stroke of luck, its pilot Lane survived. The damage was so severe that the maintenance staff remarked it's a miracle the pilot is still alive. Yet in the new promotional video, the Penelope hardly looks damaged at all. It appears that many of its components have been replaced and repaired. Only a large organization like the Earth's Federation forces could have accomplished this, unlike the smaller Maki group. Now, look carefully. Strictly speaking, what we see here is not just the Penelope. It is equipped with an additional flight system called the Fixed Flight Unit. Next, take a close look at the left section. Do you see a chest part that resembles a Gundam-type mobile suit? This is probably the real body of the Penelope, the Odysseus Gundam. This mobile suit didn't exist when the novel version was first written. However, a few similar concepts did appear. Please bear in mind that I will have to be a little vague to avoid spoilers. In Volume 3 of the novel, the Penelope appears with its flight maintenance equipment detached, ready for close combat. As there was no illustration, only a written description, its exact appearance was never clear. This means that in the third film, we might actually see a lightly equipped Penelope. Perhaps the second film is already hinting that the Penelope is equipped with a system that allows it to swap out its equipment. If so, this would mark the first time the Odysseus Gundam has appeared in the mainline Universal Century animation. The detail of it being wrapped in cloth is also quite interesting. It reminds me of the new Gundam's first appearance at the beginning of Circe's counterattack. Will it only appear like this during maintenance scenes? Or will it actually take part in battle in its Odysseus Gundam form? Let's look forward to finding out. And then the main Gundam, Gundam appears. It's firing missiles. Missiles with deployable wings are normal missiles. The fact that it isn't using funnel missiles suggests that its target isn't a powerful foe like the Penelope no one that requires pinpoint sniping. Take a look at the moment just before the missile launch, too. Pay attention to the Gundam's shield. You can see that the paint has been scraped off and worn down. This probably means that it is still using the same shield that was damaged during its battle with the Penelope in the first film. Remember that Maki lost over half of its supplies during the Penelope attack. This means that they were unable to repair the beam coating or replace the shield. This is the exact opposite of the situation with the fully repaired Penelope we saw earlier. Although Hathaway won the battle, he lost the supplies needed for sustained combat. The outcome looks completely different depending on whether you consider a single battle or the long-term continuation of the war. On top of that, the Gundam's shield is equipped with both a beam cannon and missiles. It also doubles as a rack to carry multiple weapons. This is why swapping it for another mobile suit's shield isn't really possible. For a small force like Maki's, reducing the number of weapons they can bring into battle would be very risky. Finally, let's take a look at the Gundam that appeared in the opening scene. There is some kind of black component attached to its beam rifle. This part wasn't included in the original design. Could it be an additional energy pack? Or perhaps it's a small missile or grenade launcher. It's possible that, having lost much of its supplies, Maki has been attaching creative modifications to its existing equipment. For now, there is absolutely no official information on the role of this component. But one thing is certain. Your wallet is being targeted by Bandai. There's the Odysseus Gundam and the new attachment on the Gundam's beam rifle. Will you be able to survive Bandai's relentless barrage? This is a film I've really been looking forward to. Let's enjoy it together. Thank you so much for watching until the end. See you again in the next episode.